application. But to do that, I'd like to bring on one of our most beloved distributors, Jeri Taylor-Swade. And as you're bringing her up, hi Jeri, as you're bringing her up online, hey sweetheart, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Jeri. If you don't know, if you're joining us for the very first time, Jeri Taylor-Swade is one of our very first distributors. I met her at the very first event where I first showed lip sense. We had 6 colors. They were in a baggie. There was a little instruction sheet that I had copied off for the user to take home with them, and stuck it in the baggie. And of course I had to cut those little cards up, stick them in the baggie, and then I would sell them the baggie full of lip sense and say basically, good luck. If you're successful in your area, give me a call. Well, Jeri came by that first morning, put the product on, went about her day. Is this not correct, Jeri? Went about her day, yeah. And then came back and said, oh my gosh, I have to sell this to my girlfriends. She didn't even take the time to fill out a distributor application. I said, oh my gosh, we need your help. I pulled her into the booth and she stood at the table all day long selling the product along with myself and another distributor. And that's how we met Jeri. Jeri's tagline is keep on keeping on, as you heard earlier. And this year, Jeri was in charge of our Capitol Hills Cutie event, the day on Capitol Hill. So I'm going to turn it over to Jeri so she can tell you more about her involvement with the DSA. Hi, Jeri.
Thank you so much, Joni. I'm so excited to be here with you. And oh my gosh, the DSA virtual day on the Hill was so exciting. It almost was as exciting as going to Washington, D.C. in person. But actually, it was good because we had more involvement of distributors because they were able to be involved and still be home and not have to travel. And so it was just as effective. In fact, I don't even know if it was maybe more effective when meeting with the congresswomen and congressmen and their aides.
Can you tell us exactly what it is, Jeri? Can you tell us?
Yes, the DSA Day on Capitol Hill is a day where the Direct Selling Association chooses to have a day on the Hill where the members of different companies, and of course we had the most, SeneGence had the most distributors involved, and we meet with them and the elected officials in person so that we can talk to them about the impact of direct selling on us and our families and how important it is for us to be able to stay independent contractors. That's the biggest part of it right there, is being able to stay independent contractors. And so there is a bill, HR 3522, which is a bill that is on the floor. It was on the floor. They're going to bring it back on the floor hopefully next session. And so we wanted to get more of the elected officials involved and understanding what the bill is, because it's so important for us to stay independent contractors and not be deemed employees of the company. And it's super important, you guys, super important. In fact, it's so important that the DSA put out a voter's guide for those elected officials that have shown support for and or are part of the DSA caucus of elected officials that said yes, they are in favor of keeping that status for network marketing. And so it's really important that you get that voter's guide. I have it. I believe that the SeneGence actually put it out. But if you can't find it, just message me and I'll send it to you, because I put it on my team page. I would suggest that you're all leaders, you put it on your team page. Not all the states have someone that has said yes, that they would be involved. But those elected officials that have said, make sure you vote for them because we want to make sure that we stay independent contractors.
Jeri, I've been told that you have a video that helps explain to our sales force the involvement of the distributors who joined you in this effort?
Yes, it was so great. Reagan Norwood put it together, and what we did is we just made little clips and talked about the impact that it had for us, or what we did, or just something about that day. So I would love for you to show that video.
Perfect. Let's watch the video.
Like many different events and gatherings this year, the Direct Sales Association Day on the Hill looked a little bit differently. My SeneSisters and I have come together to try to explain our individual roles, our roles as an industry, and our experience on this day. I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that you get educated on the Direct Sales Association and why our voices are so important to be heard.
I was so blessed and honored today to represent SeneGence International as we met virtually with the representatives, congresswomen and senators from my state, along with all the other states in the union for the DSA, Direct Selling Association Day on the Hill.
For being here, it means so much to us. And I just wanted to start by thanking you for being so willing to hear our stories. I'm going to keep it fun and exciting. I am a 37-year-old mother of 6.
We are about to do something huge today. So I was really thankful that we were all able to reconnect and see each other's faces. We have missed each other so much, but I love the fact that, you know, a pandemic is not stopping us and is not stopping the voices that need to be heard and the stories that need to be told. So I'm pumped for today. I know that we're going to do great things, and I know that SeneGence is going to represent well.
With direct selling, you're going to have that support that you need. You're going to get the training, you're going to get the tools, you're going to get the mentorship, you're going to have an example, you're going to have a roadmap, and it really is the fastest, best way to start a business for yourself.
We're able to speak to 2 of our elected officials directly, and they were very interested in keeping us as independent contractors, and they were going to pull the bills and review them. So that was great that we actually got in their ear and got them thinking about this.
By doing so, we are helping to protect the consumer from illegal pyramid schemes, and also to protect the direct seller and legitimate direct selling companies by giving them a blueprint for successful business practices within our industry.
I met with 4 congressional staffers from Virginia and shared my story of how being a SeneGence distributor has helped my family have a steady supplemental income every month for the last 4 years.
First meeting just went so well. The staffer that we chatted with was just awesome. Things have just been going great, and I'm really excited.
I just want to say a huge thank you to SeneGence for the opportunity to represent all of my SeneSisters in the state of Nevada at Direct Selling Day 2020 on Capitol Hill. It was amazing sharing our stories, and I can't wait to do it again. Mwah.
What an honor it was today to meet with my state representatives, to share our stories for the Direct Selling Association Day on the Hill, where we represent thousands in support of the direct sales industry.
After watching this video, you have a better understanding, and you too want to join this movement.
Well, that was well done, Reagan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jeri, would you like to tell us the names of the distributors who participated with you this year?
Yes, these women were so amazing, coming from all parts of the United States, from all walks of life, young and old. So Becky Paul and Jessica Beretta, Heather Arthur, Melissa Pecci, Jennifer Marple, Catherine Courage, Robin Mott. Oh my gosh, these girls are so great. Reagan Norwood, Lacey Meeks, Shar Gibson, Molly Porter, Kelsey Barnett, Stephanie New, Amanda Rupley, and Terry Berry. These girls were so great, and I'm so proud to represent them this time. This is a little snapshot. If you wanted to, that screen was just a little snapshot of the DSA, but you can always go look at the DSA Association website. And if you ever want to do a training on any of this amazing information, I have it, Joni has it, and the DSA website has it.
Great. And would you like to tell us just a little bit of information about our industry?
You know what? Our industry is millions and millions of people around the world, and I don't have the stats right in front of me, but there's millions and millions around the world that are part of the direct selling industry, and there's network marketing, multi-level marketing, or party plan. There's different kinds of direct selling, but it's all direct selling. And the benefit of that is, you know the benefit because you're living it. The benefit is the freedoms that we get, the choices that we have, the availability to make as much money as we want to make if we work for it, just like Joni always says. So what has happened, and Joni, you can speak to this probably even better than me, but what has happened in this industry is that lawmakers are looking at any way that they can basically to get more money in taxes and revenue. And because direct sellers are allowed through the IRS code right now, and I'm speaking in the United States, I don't know about other countries, but in the United States, the tax code allows us as independent contractors or sole proprietors to be able to take tax write-offs because we are running a business. What they want to do is turn us into employees so that the companies have to pay more payroll taxes, and we as individuals then will not be able to write off, like for instance, our office in our home and our mileage and things like that. So that's why it's so important. It's so important. Laws and lawmakers you need to watch. You need to be aware of what's going on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jeri, very much. So, girls, I think it's very important that we vote, not only here in America, but throughout the other countries in which we operate. We are very involved in the DSA in Canada, in Australia. Paul represents us there. Philippe represents us in Canada. I'm on the board of the DSA here in America. We fully anticipate our other countries to join the DSA organizations there when they feel prepared to do so. And Philippe flies over to Europe to attend the Worldwide Federation of Direct Sellers there. So the reason why this sounds, of course, very, Americanized, but the reality is we are an American-based direct selling company. So whatever the laws are that affect us here in America as an American company will also have far-reaching effects into our other countries. So girls, it's absolutely important that you vote. Please go to DSA on the Hill Facebook group to find a listing of the names and pictures of your senators and congressmen who belong to the caucus that support direct sellers. We have 6.8 million direct sellers here in the United States, which is a huge body. It's like, I don't know, it might be bigger than the union, I'm not sure, but it's a huge body of opportunity for those non-business supporting government-minded people to now remove the independent contractor status so that they can begin to collect two levels of taxation, which is at the employee level, and also begin to eliminate the deductions that are taken by the independent contractors. It's very important. This list is also accessible on the DSA website at dsa.org or dsa.au. If you happen to be in Australia or any other country, go there and get involved. Do what you can to support your elected officials who are also supporting independent contractors. So there's more than one reason that's very important to vote. And in my mind, The first reason is to protect your rights as an independent contractor, and Ben and I will be very, very active regardless of who wins the election in Washington this coming year to make sure that our rights are protected as independent contractors. Okay, now let's go on to DIS. Thank you to those of you who have, and Jeri, I want to thank you for joining us today. You did an amazing job, Jeri, and perhaps also Lacey Demalis. We'll have to talk about that depending upon how big the group gets. We'll certainly keep you in the loop of the DSA Capitol Hills Cutie Day, that's what I want to call it, next year, which is usually about September this year. Might be virtual, might be in person, we don't know. But keep in touch with Jeri.
We love that name that you've given us, Joni. Capital Cutie. We love that.
It's pretty cute. Okay, bye dear. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show. Okay, DISC.